Hey Sunshines! So today I'm going to show you how I depotted my Wet n Wild eyeshadows and put them in a custom Z palette. So here you can see my Wet n Wild Eyeshadow palette and Poster Child. The first thing you're going to want to do is to peel the paper plastic backing off the back of your palette. Like I do with everything else, I'm clearly struggling here, but don't worry, it'll come off fairly easily. Since I am working with flames, I want to put a disclaimer out there that if you are under 18, please do not do this without parental permission or parental supervision. So the next thing you're going to want to do is to take your candle and hold your palette over the flame in the specific area of the shade that you're trying to depot. The point of this step essentially is to melt the glue so that you can peel it out of the palette more easily. So when I think that the glue has melted pretty sufficiently, I will take some sort of sharp needle. You can use a thumbtack. I personally use a sewing pin. And I put this needle between the metal pan and the plastic part of the actual packaging of the palette. I try to wedge it in there and start to slowly ease the shadow out of the pan. Take your time with this step because if you try too hard to rush it or you're too rough with it, the shadow will crack in half. The metal tin for the eyeshadow will be pretty hot at this point, so try not to handle it with your hands too much. Usually the back of the tin gets a little bit messy from these steps, whether it has shadows on it or it has glue on it or what have you. So my next step after it's cooled down is that I will take a cotton round with makeup remover on it and I'll wipe down the back. After I've dried off the back of the pan, I'm using a roll of magnetic tape that I got from Walmart. And then after I'm done magnetizing all of my shadows, I go ahead and put them in some sort of magnetic palette, whether it be a Z palette or some sort of empty palette that I've bought online. I will include some recommendations of sellers who create their own empty palettes in the description box. And once you're done, the final product will look something like this. I hope this tutorial was useful for you. If it was, please leave a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.